Hey guys, Matt Breyer, Sean Duggar, and today what Sean's got is a knife, and we're going to play with a couple knife concepts that we use in TRITAC. Now I'm going to put this out there. There are many different concepts on knife defense, how to defend against it, and my suggestion to you guys who are actually seriously concerned about knife attacks and want to learn how to defend against knife attacks is actually train and drill and try to train it in the most realistic scenario. And due to our Sean's and I background, we have a background in Japanese Jiu-Jitsu, and obviously Japanese Jiu-Jitsu comes from samurai, which weapons-based was their mode of combat. So we use a lot of their principles in our training, but as well as adapting from other things as well. So we're going to go through some concepts in place today and just entering in and getting control of the knife first, and then we'll go into some finishes. So can I borrow the knife real quick? One of our instructors, Shion Russ St. Hilaire, talked about this concept called the circle of death, which I really like and I appreciate a lot. If I drew an oval basically around Sean's vital areas, I come up with a circle of death. Yeah, very vital area. And so the circle of death is where our objective is to keep the knife out of that range. So we're gonna look at two major angles of attacks. One is that close range grab, as well as the high attacks. Okay, and then put a little combination how we can defend against it. All right, so first, I'll start off with Sean. No idiot in the world, and if you watch a lot of videos on knife fighting, you see a lot of knife attacks on like Live Leak or YouTube, you can find some. No one ever says, "Hi, I have a knife, I'm going to stab you now," all right? Most of the time, that knife is hidden, concealed, or is coming out with a touch, or it's a very close encounter. The only time we can truly defend against a knife is actually if we are facing the knife. Obviously, if I'm behind Sean and I decide to stab him repeatedly, well, that's a whole other area of something we need to deal with. That being said, we do say that knife is one of the most deadliest weapons that you're going to face, and people do get attacked from behind all the time. It doesn't mean they can't survive it, doesn't mean they can't defend against it, but they're already behind, okay? So let's talk about first. So we saw the first close quarters comment. Now, anytime someone is addressing us, talking to us, we can never just be like, "Yo, what's up, man?" and not knowing what's going to happen. We should already be in some sort of, we talk about our TRITAC program, it's a conversation stance. I should almost be in a stance already. My hands should be in front of me, so I'm like, hey, hey, hey. And if I do see a knife or he gets really violent, I should be breaking down into my fence position. So we're going to start right now from that fence where I have an aggressor in front of me, or I see the weapon. So I'm going to start from my fence. Now, when we do see a knife, our stance may change. Right now, we're kind of more of a combative hand-to-hand combat stance where we may be striking, grappling. When the knife comes out, we want to start what we call hollowing our body out. We're actually trying to remove our vital organs from that target and start elongating our defensive weapons, all right? So that first low attack, we're going to take what we call the frame forward, and we're going to elongate. So when he comes in for that knife attack, we're going to be looking to block and keep that knife on the outside line, not let it come in, as well as a dual strike to the neck, right? And from this position, we're going to feed through and add a knee. Very, very basic at first. So he comes in, block, feed, knee. And what we're all trying to do is, I can use it in Shion, what I said, remove the target, control the weapon. I'll control the body, then control the weapon. So the first thing, boom, I removed the target, okay? My target was my midsection, right? I removed it by hollowing out and putting in my frame forward defense, elongated frame forward defense. Now I'm going to control the body, so now I'm going to push forward in. And as I'm push forward in, I'm looking to hook this arm, hook the back of the neck, knee, I was thinking knee to the face as well, all right? So that's our first base layer. So he comes in, boom, knee. Boom, knee, okay? Now,
when you're the attacker for your partner, don't just be putting that out there. I'm thinking about where I want to get him. I'm trying to drive that knife up in there. That's helping him out. It's helping him train properly.
And Sean is exactly right there. It's like, if we train like dumbasses, we're going to get killed like dumbasses, right? So it's just like, I'll punch Sean in the face so he can defend it, and not punching in the face and punching somewhere off. It's like, you're doing your partner a disservice, okay? So one more time, we're here, boom, knee, all right? Now, let's talk about the highline attack. So highline attack is, we could think about, it could be a slash or it could be a stab. We'll play a little combination how we can train these together. So the highline attack is now almost like, we're almost going to old school karate block, right? So that's our first layer of defense. And now at our second, we'll go right back to that neck, boom. And what it looks like is we're actually in our fence position. So we actually think about, we're trying to use what in TRITAC we have already. We have our frame 4 that we use like almost a Philly shell type of feel, very common in Filipino martial arts. So that's a framing concept for knife defense. And then we use our fence. So when he throws that knife, boom. Now I'm fencing out. Now, we're gonna go back to the same exact thing, knee, knee, all right? Again, guys, we're just talking about entering in right now. Next week, we'll show you how to chain off of these, all right? So now let's play together a combination. He stabs low, boom, he comes high, boom, all right? And now we can start free flowing a little bit. Oh, I got that, yeah. Now, I want to plug in, so those are 2. We did a low one, boom, and we did a high, boom. Now let's talk about before I even decide to enter in, and I want to keep him away from me. We were working last week in our classes on the oblique kick and the front kick. Great tools for also keeping away. He stabs in, boom, I start kicking his knee out, sorry about that. I actually keep my distance by using my longer range weapons. If he put the knife out full range, easy, right? I can start hitting that knee, I can start plugging the front kicks instead. So it gives me extra little range. Now, hypothetically, again, I have had knives threatened at me, I never had been stabbed with them, but hypothetically, that I may block my attacker 2-3 times, and there's no need for me to actually defend because maybe he gets frustrated and says, screw it, this guy is, I'm not gonna be able to hit him, or something else happens, there's 8 million different scenarios that can actually happen in a situation. But I may never need to use an actual Japanese Jiu-Jitsu or TRITAC defense. I can just use a simple kick, something like that. So what we have our students do is we put together, have a little blocking flow that combines something like that. So first time comes in, boom, oblique kick. Second time, boom, here. Third time, boom, here. All right. So now they're starting to learn different ways they can start chaining knife attacks together. Okay, so the very common, I grab it, he parries it, blocks, boom. Now I'm gonna go back to my first one. He resets, boom, I'm back to my high line, and obviously finish him there. So we can almost start, I can start playing the whole thing together. I mean, oblique kick, boom, he comes in, I try to grab the knife, he parries, boom, he comes again, boom. Now we're starting to get that live feel of actually training with a blade and how it can work. One of our favorite drills I actually do with my students is when they're rolling, they start rolling, I just take a knife and throw it in the middle of them. And now one person has a knife, one person doesn't, and they fight for it. It's amazing how quickly the role changes when you introduce a weapon into that system. Yeah, anything else to add? Anything else to put in there?
That was good.
Cool. Thank you guys for watching. Next week, we'll get into actually how to chain and do some techniques once you get a hold of the knife. And let me reiterate, I'm not trying to give you the only answer on how to defend against a weapon. These are tools and techniques that we train that we feel that work for us, but I strongly suggest if you're truly worried about weapons-based combatives that you need to train and test them yourselves using some of our methodologies, maybe have a Filipino martial arts background, using some of that methodology, but put it together so that you have a usable skill set for yourself, not just like, yeah, I saw those guys on YouTube, they did this. Investigate yourself. Thanks, guys.
Train with the flow.
Train with the flow. Ooh.
I got him.
This thing is actually, why we like this thing, it's metal. Ah, fucking hurt too. It's metal and it's blunted. When you get hit, I don't know if you guys saw that one, and Sean came in that midline, and I was just too lazy. Right? I didn't get there. And man, he caught me hardcore in that sternum. Like, whew, I'm gonna feel that a little bit later. But honestly, that's what we want.
That's what you want.
I hate the flexible blades because like he could stab me, just glance off me, maybe I got hit, but no, you can feel the difference.